and welcome to the rings for what is a historic night here for Victorian basketball. My name is Matt Hickey and we're here for the debut of the Ringwood Hawks in the NBL1 competition. What an exciting time we've got. It's the Ringwood Hawks women first up against the Basketball Australia Centre of Excellence. The Centre of Excellence actually played last night up against Dandenong. They went down, but no doubt they will be hungry to bounce back in this one. That game, 74-49 was the final result, 21 turnovers. That was what killed them in the end. But keep your eye out for Jade Melbourne, number 6. She finished with 14 points and 3 rebounds. Joining me tonight for the big doubleheader is a man that I'm very familiar with, a former coach of mine. He's probably been missing me over pre-season. I have no doubt about that. His name is Russell Lee. Russell, welcome.
Oh, thank you, Hickey. It's been a long time. It is great to see you back from the United States, gallivanting around you were and making everyone back over here jealous.
Yeah, it was plenty of fun, no doubt about that. Now, it's an exciting time, as I was saying, for basketball here in Victoria and really across Australia, this NBL1 competition. And to kick things off here, in sadly what is a cold, wet and windy night, but I guess that's the great thing about basketball. We get to stay indoors and enjoy it. Are you excited for the new competition?
Look, absolutely. It's been a really, I suppose, long but unknown build-up. And tonight last night it all started with the action across the state. And, no doubt, home floor tonight for the Ringwood season opener. It's going to be an exciting evening. Looking forward to how it all unfolds.
No doubt about that. Now, we were talking about the Centre of Excellence earlier. You've got to remember that these girls out here, aged between 15 and 19 years old. This is the best of the next generation across the country. So it's pretty exciting stuff to have them here tonight. Ringwood, a couple of new faces, a couple of familiar faces for the Ringwood fans. Very exciting. And one player that I do want to point out is Gina Scaria. It's an absolute pleasure to have her here in Australia. Of course, an Indian women's national team representative, and hopefully we have a few of her country people tuning in tonight to watch her go about her stuff. We're about 25 seconds away from tip-off. Russell, I like to do this to you, a bit of a question without notice. Do you have a prediction for me?
Oh, look, I'll surprise you yet again, and I will tip Ringwood.
That's almost the first time ever you've done that,
yeah, look, I think it's... you're probably about right. Ringwood, I'm going to tip. It's going to be, an unbelievable battle. You're absolutely right. These are the best young players from the Centre of Excellence across the country, against a Ringwood women's team that have been very, very successful for a number of years in the championship division of the Big V. So looking forward to seeing the amalgamation of these Seabull teams with the elite Big V teams and what this competition may bring in 2019. But Ringwood is for me.
Yeah, considering the result last night and the fact that these players played last night, a little fatigue may set in late in the game, but no doubt should be an interesting contest. And Centre of Excellence, a bit of the unknown, tough to scout for the coaching staff for Ringwood. They would have looked at last night's game, but not a whole lot to go off, and I don't think it was the Centre of Excellence's best performance. By the way, how hard is it going to get to say Centre of Excellence quickly while we're calling this game, Russell?
Well, why don't we say COE?
That's good. Oh, I like that. That's good. Yep, I'll take that.
I think that is the actual acronym for it, so genius, aren't I?
Tip off, and it is Ringwood's ball here to start. And let's see what they can do on this first possession. Good ball movement straight away, foul, and it rims around, doesn't drop in. That was Jackie Trotto on the take. She will go to the line to shoot 2 early in this one. Already good signs for the Hawks, some great ball movement in the early stages of this one. First free throw rattles around and is good. Ringwood's first points in this brand spanking new competition. And they are away. Here's our first look at the COE on the offensive end of the game. Already a bit of a half-court trap here from Team Motton's team. See how the youngsters reply to a great take in the inside. Reverse layup is good. That was Isabel Palmer for 2.
Yeah, excellent drive along the baseline. Not a lot of great help defence there from Ringwood, so looking to rectify that moving forward, no doubt.
Good pass to the inside. That's a tough take. Got a bit of, maybe a bit of hand, but a lot of the ball on the block.
Defensive rebound there by Adelaide Fuller. COE now full control. Palmer calling the offense.
A lot of switching going on here for Ringwood. More than happy to move around, switch basically 1 through 5. Good take on the left hand. It doesn't go in. Good fight on the rebound, but it's Ringwood's ball. Isabel Palmer right in the midst of it early, number 4.
Yeah, looking to isolate Adelaide Fuller in the low post as well, and the one-on-ones against Ringwood. Definitely a height advantage there.
Megan Mullins looking to get the low post seal. Geez, that's a tough knock, and yeah, probably a foul. That was Kobe King Hawea on the inside defending. One of the all-time names, by the way, as well.
Yeah, fantastic.
Big fan of that.
Ringwood inbound the baseline. Cassidy with the ball.
There's 10 on the shot clock. Good pass, tough pass. And
Great back cut there. Sorry to cut you off, Hickey.
just tried a little bit too much. Low post feed. Nice up and under move, and the right hand little jump hook is good from Ashley Hannon on the inside.
Again, a focus for the CA going into the paint.
At 192 centimetres, she will be tough to stop.
Look, between her and Adelaide Fuller, they've got quite a big lineup in that 4-5 spot, and I'd be taking advantage if I was coaching them as well.
Ball's loose, good hustle. It'll be a jump ball. It'll be COE ball. Ringwood won the opening tip.
So 2-4, our visitors lead. COE inbounding.
An interesting start to this game. 2 minutes gone. It's been relatively high quality to begin with. COE probably blew out the cobwebs last night. Let's see how they can respond after taking what was a bit of a disappointing loss. Hard drive, great take, maybe a foul, no call, but she buried it anyway. That was Lily Scanlon.
Yeah, excellent drive, right side of the rim, but again, running their offense through the high post, low post action, causing defense to collapse, really making Ringwood guard them one-on-one.
Absolutely no fear early from the COE. That was Mahalko for 3. She couldn't quite get it to drop. And away comes King Hawea. More than happy just to slow this game down. They've got the early advantage and can put in a little bit of a margin and get a good jump here. And if they get a basket, I wouldn't be surprised if Coach Motton from Ringwood calls an early timeout. Yeah,
it's a really good point, Hickey. I think COE every single time down the floor really focused on executing a half-court set, and it's absolutely paying off for them as triple
Jade Palmer. Oh, Palmer. Apologies. It was Palmer.
Really slow, deliberate offense there. Good to see, and getting a ball through hands.
Can Ringwood reply? And they do. It was Farnworth from deep and a handy basket, and that just gets them back on track. That lead jumped out to 7 real quick. But now back 2-4, 9-5. Centre of Excellence with the early advantage.
Looking to go through that high post again. Defended well that time by Farnworth.
The ball movement's been pretty good on both sides of the ball early to start. Down to 3, got to get a shot up 2-1. They took too long. Good block, good help defense. Shot clock violation. Ringwood happy with that defensive set.
Absolutely. Doubling down hard on Ashley Hannon to prevent the height advantage in the low post on that catch. Leaving the three-point shot wide open, but with the shot clock dwindling, it was absolutely the right decision.
Just got to get a little bit cleaner with the ball here, Ringwood. They've been a little bit loose with it on the handle. Good drive, hard rip, pull-up jumper. Probably could have gone all the way, but a foul called on King Hawea, and Farnworth will go to the line to shoot 2.
Substitutions here for COE.
Paige Price in.
Yep, Hawea out.
And Jade Melbourne, who played well last night, 14 points last night. Moved to the bench for this game, but she comes in off the bench ready to go.
Olivia Pollard also checking in. There's Ashley Hannon and Isabel Palmer checking out also for the COA.
Notice that last night in their game, they really get through the bench, make sure everybody gets on the floor and can have an impact, and really handy, especially when you've got first round of the season, you've got a doubleheader. Nice rebound on the inside, and they can reset here. Ringwood up and under move, left hand hook, couldn't get it in. Great rebound now to the right hand. Great effort from the Ringwood Hawks. No reward, sadly, but Jackie Trotto and Mullings were right in there, ready and fighting for that bill.
More substitutions now for COE. Millie Pryor and Kelsey Rees checking in.
It's an interesting basketball discussion. These quick substitutions. I mean, it's been 4 minutes, but basically it's been a platoon swap, 5 in, 5 out. Is it players' rhythm or is it fresh legs? And it's finding that balance that makes a coaching gig very, very difficult, as I'm sure you're aware of, Russell.
Absolutely. I think you're right on both premises there, Hickey. The COE, a development squad, really, when you think about it. So getting minutes into the kids is absolutely imperative for the long-term development and their basketball careers in general.
Good hustle again from Ringwood. Offensive rebounds racking up early. And as we speak about substitutions, COA will make another one. In steps Olivia Pollard. So 6-9, COA way. Mahalko will look for the baseline cut, but it comes to Mullings. Nice move, took some contact and got it to go. She's been a bit frustrated with herself, unable to finish around the rim, but that one goes, and now we'll have a chance to tie it up at the line.
Yeah, good set there. A lot of players presenting themselves as opportunities off that inbound. Great finish at the rim for the and one opportunity by Mullings. She can tie it up with this.
Looked good out of the hand and rolls in. So 9-all halfway through the first here at the Rings in Ringwood. Once again, this half-court trap from Ringwood. Can they get the turnover? No, there was an arm bar in there. Foul will be called on Mahalko.
Yeah, it's a little bit too physical, but love the pressure. Hopefully get the COE out of the half-court sets that have been so successful for them early in this piece. Hard pressure continuing.
They want the low post feed, but the pass was a little bit loose. Trotto read it very well. That could be a charge, but it's not. It's a block.
Ringwood have recognised the emphasis of COE getting into that low post, and that helped defence coming really quickly as that ball was airborne. Great job by the Hawks.
And we've got a timeout, the first of the game. It's the Centre of Excellence calling it. We are exactly halfway through the first quarter. It is 9 apiece. An interesting start to this one now. Well, I've quickly got the chance. If you want to have a chat about the game or get into contact with us, you can hit us up on our social media. Facebook is Ringwood Hawks Basketball Association, or on Instagram at Ringwood Hawks. Pretty simple stuff there. And let us know what you think about this competition and this game. And remember, we'll be here all night, both the women and the men playing. And it's one thing that I really enjoy about the NBL1. Every game is one of these big doubleheaders.
Absolutely. It is action-packed for season 2019. A lot to be excited for the locals of Victoria to get behind elite-level basketball, let alone those that are watching interstate and overseas.
And great for families who might be thinking maybe one game of basketball might not get it's pretty cheap to get into these games, but might be worried about not getting your money's worth. Well, you get 2 games for the price of 1 admission, and there's not much to complain about when it comes to that.
Yeah, absolutely. Well said, Hickey. Early days for both teams, 9 apiece, but is Isabel Palmer leading the way for COE with 5 points, and for the Hawks, Farnworth with 4, Mullings with 3.
So Trotto to the line to shoot 2. She's had a good start to this game. First doesn't quite drop. Coach Motton still running with his starting 5, yet to make a change. And second one, no good. So an empty trip can be frustrating, but it's a Centre of Excellence that come away with the ball.
Any chance of Hungry Jacks coming on board for 3 cheeseburgers in the NBL1, Hickey?
I mean, they're already there with the NBL. It's just one more step. As 2 points from Cassidy Mahalko, a nice finish on the right-hand jump hook. I mean, it would just be the logical option, Russell, I think.
I think so, absolutely. We talk about families getting their money worth. That is definitely something that the NBL1 family, I'm sure, would welcome.
I'll make sure to get my people onto that, by the way, Russell.
Excellent. Good to hear, Hickey.
It's down to 5 on the shot clock now. Pick and roll action at the top. Attacks through the centre. Push off. Big push off. Step back 3. Does everything but drop. But they pick up the offensive rebound through Paige Price, and they'll reset. Here's the Horns play. Familiar to a lot of players out there, no doubt about that. Jack down to 3 on the shot clock, double pick. What are they going to... They have to get a shot off. They didn't. Great defense again from Ringwood. That's twice now that they have forced a shot clock violation.
Look, absolutely. You know, we recognised early in the commentary that the COE were getting the ball through hands, had a little bit easy to get through their sets. Ringwood stepping up the perimeter defence, disallowing the COE to have any room to be comfortable in those offensive sets. And to their credit, they forced 2 turnovers in a row.
Coach Kristen Veal making sure she gets Isabel Palmer back into this ball game. She had the hot hand early, and as we speak about her, she comes away with the defensive rebound, somehow manages to keep hold of the ball, dribbled the entire way down the court, dribbling out at her ankles, but she kept hold of it, and here comes Centre of Excellence. One hand flick pass, could not keep a hold of it. There's a foul. It's going Ringwood's way.
Well, lucky call there for the COE, with Trotto having a fast break opportunity. Ball comes back. Further rotations there for COE.
And they look like they're already in the bonus. Loose ball foul might mean that it's still a side ball for Ringwood, but it is in the bonus. 5 fouls at the moment. We'll wait and see what the refs do. They will get it from the side. Here we go. Bone to bring the ball up. Bit of a token up court pressure. Don't mind this from the Centre of Excellence. Ringwood have been a bit loose with the ball. Interesting up and under move. Didn't quite drop. Came off back rim. And here come the COE. Get that stuff out of here. Great block from Lara Edmondson. Tracked her player the entire way and was all over it when the shot got put up. Good to see a packed house here in Ringwood. People still waiting to get a seat at the next stoppage in play. 3 ball, left-handed, and Olivia Pollard makes it. Geez, I love seeing left-handed shooters, Russell.
Oh, look, absolutely.
Soft spot.
Wonder why. I feel the intensity and the physicality have lifted here. You mentioned that, you know, COE have already got 5 fouls here, but Ringwood are giving just as much back. The referee's allowing this.
Trotto from deep. It was a bit of a brick. Great rebound from Mullings. She'll be in there doing that all night. There's a reach-in foul. We also saw our first substitution. It was Mahalko that stepped out, and Edmondson stepped in and immediately had an impact.
Regroup, just under 2:40 to go. Visitors leading by 1 after their last triple, 12-11. Ringwood doing a good job to put pressure up on the perimeter, disallowing those easy passes in their sets. Corner triple, unable to connect there for Paige Price. Ringwood now in transition. Don't have the numbers. CO have done a good job getting back in transition. Mullings wide open. Thank you very much. Triple.
Didn't know the bank was open on Saturday night, but I guess you'll take them any way you can get them. And it's been the defense that has really been the source of the energy and their offense a lot of the time for Ringwood at this point. Their defense has been excellent. That's a bullet pass. Some good defense. And once again, Ringwood will take the ball.
Substitution here for the Hawks. Farnworth grabbing a rest, and in checks Kate Spillane.
That's a risky pass. And one. And that's almost a frustration foul from Trotto. You see players do that a lot. If they give up a turnover like that, they tend to give away the foul as well, just unhappy with themselves on giving the original turnover.
Yeah, errant pass there to Bone, and on that pick-off by Pollard, did a great job finishing the shot as well as being hit in the head for the and one opportunity. Ties it up 14 apiece, but has the opportunity to take back the lead. 1:46 to go in the first period. That she does.
Once again, up-court pressure now from the COE. It's a trap. They've got to get the ball over. They don't. Great defense here. They can't quite turn it into quick offense. The smart thing to do would be to reset, and they do exactly that. Pick and roll at the 45. Thinks one way, goes back the other way, baseline drive, great pass, and she stepped out of bounds. It was a nice offense from the COE. Sadly, Isabel Palmer on the up fake, and you see that a fair bit. It's one of those interesting things. Up fakes, the back leg goes out just as you're about to take off.
Look, it's a coach killer, there's no doubt about it. It's very, very frustrating to watch, Hickey. But as you say, great ball movement there by COE. Just unfortunate error. Ringwood doing a much better job to get through that trap situation this time. 12 seconds on the shot clock now. They've got to put some good offense together. Good feed to the low post, but double teamed.
It was a good step through from Edmondson. She probably had the shot, but she went back the other way, and that was what caused a bit of trouble. There's a big mismatch in the paint. Should go to work, decides to pass out. Once again, it's Olivia Pollard. She's got the hot hand, and she buries a big triple. And this is a nice little break here for the COE heading in to the quarter-time break.
A handy player, it looks like. Someone that can play down low as that stretch 4 and knocking down open triples.
Once again, inside single digits on the shot clock. Bone, that's a deep triple. Couldn't quite go. Mullings, great rebound. That's a foul, and she'll go to the line to shoot 2. Back on that last possession, it was interesting. You saw Ashley Hannon down low, I believe it was. She had a huge mismatch. You just assumed she would go to work, but she recognised that her teammate, Olivia Pollard, great shooter, was open, and 3's worth more than 2, Russell, so you'll take it.
Look, it's incredible maths here, Hickey.
You are a maths teacher, so I just wanted to double check with you before I made that call. But
you are spot on. We have Adelaide Fuller checking back in. She was great early in that low post. There'll be 1 possession left here for the COE as Mullings makes her second. 16-18, last opportunity in offense here for COE.
Papa Goldie onto the floor for Ringwood. Great defensive energy as well. There's 10 on the shot clock, a 2-second differential between the game clock and the shot clock. Once again, the low post is open, but that 3 is open too. A high arcing shot, but Isabel Palmer goes bang. Just got to throw one up. They're not going to. So a 5-point lead for the Centre of Excellence after 1 quarter of play. They lead 21-16. And Russ, how have you seen it?
Yeah, look, interesting. We talked about earlier the fact that the COE were looking to bang it down into that low post. That last triple connected by COE, as you mentioned, was a result of perimeter player leaving to double team that low post to avoid easy chances inside the paint, but it's leaving that wide open triple. So interesting to see what Coach Motton does in relation to responding to the offensive arsenal of the COE. But other than that, I love the energy, defensive energy in particular, and the physicality out there. It's set the tone for a blockbuster.
It's one of those real key things to have shooters on the perimeter, especially when you've got good low post players. And we see it across the board in about every league around the world. Get shooters out on the perimeter, and you can be a very tough team to stop. So 21-16. We'll run you through some stats now. Leading the way for the Hawks, it's Mullings with 8 points. She played all 10 minutes of that quarter. 2 offensive rebounds, a steal, 8 points. She was excellent. Farnworth with 4. Thought she did some good things. 3 assists as well. Those are some good numbers. Over on the Centre of Excellence side of the ball game, we've got 8 points to Palmer. She played very well, as we spoke about. 2 rebounds to go along with that. 2 of 2 from deep. So Ringwood will be wanting to make sure they get a hand out to her. And then off the bench, the lefty, Olivia Pollard, with 9 points and an assist. 2 of 2 from deep, 1 of 1 from the free throw line, 3 of 3 from the field. A perfect start for her. Adjustments for Ringwood to make. I mean, it's only a small margin, but maybe a few things that they can tweak, Russell, that you think will have them better off heading into the second quarter.
Look, I think I've already mentioned it, the fact that they've got to work out what it is their focus is going to be defensively, but keep that energy and intensity up. That's been a real highlight of the way they've played so far. Offensively, they're going to have to work out the most efficient and productive way to work through the COE's trap, which has caused them some problems early in the piece, and then exactly what sort of offense they're going to run to get the best possible looks. I like the idea of working it inside out, but the Ringwood just don't have the height at the moment on the floor to match the prowess of the COE, despite the fact that I think Coach Martin has some length on the bench yet to check into the game.
I think Coach Mott will be hoping that if they can stay within around this margin heading into the fourth quarter, that hopefully with the fresher legs they'll be able to run over them late. But there's a long way to go before we get to that point. Ringwood will restart us here in the second quarter, and as we said, a 5-point lead to the COE and an early foul call here. Just 6 seconds.
Yeah, big physicality there to start the game. Oh, sorry, to start the quarter, I should say. Isabel Palmer all up in the grill of Piper Goldie. Hands on, and referees quick to shut that down. Inbound Ringwood.
Good take, nice move. The right jump hook couldn't go down for Farnworth, but that was a pretty move.
Yeah, it was nice. She recognised the left side of the floor was wide open and took a defender on, unable to connect, as you mentioned. COE now well in control, looking to get through their offence. Good pick and roll situation.
Mismatch down low.
Yeah, high-low pass, unable to connect. Good active hands by the Hawks. Turnover. Great running the floor there by Edmondson, and very tough shot, falling away to the baseline, banking that in. Margin back to 3.
Only a tiny bit of the backboard to aim at in that situation, fading away. But as you said, very tough finish. And that brings them to within 3. Once again, they're looking for that low post feed. They can't quite get it on this occasion. But as we said, all game, great ball movement. There's the 3 leaning into it. Banks open on Saturday. Apparently tonight they'll take it. 3 more points for the COE, and it's Lily Scanlon from deep.
Yeah, I think going under a screen there isn't going to be able to help your defensive situation, guarding that perimeter.
Mullings with the spin, and the umpire motions for a flop. The 3 from Spillane didn't quite go, and now the centre of excellence happy to push the ball back the other way.
Bodies flying everywhere. Great running in transition there by Isabel Palmer. Running weak side for the open uncontested layup. Deficit now out to 8, 26-18 in favour of our visitors here, COE. Hawks looking at some waves action. Great take there again by Edmondson, but awesome block by Olivia Pollard. She's doing it at both ends, in the paint, from triple and defensively. Great signs.
Paige Price, great at pushing the ball here in this one. That's twice now. Tough pass. Little elbow jumper is good from Adelaide Fuller. And a timeout, no surprises there. It's out to a 10-point lead, and the Ringwood Hawks call a timeout. Now, we'll go back to that transition basket that we saw earlier from the centre of excellence, and it's a thing that many coaches talk about, is even when you don't think you're going to get the ball, to make sure you run down, spread the lanes, and that's exactly what they did. But on this occasion, all the defence went to the strong side, went to the ball, and a wide open layup for the COE. Worrying signs when it gets out to double digits, Russell?
Look, absolutely. The COE are doing a great job running a transition, as you mentioned, and they're hitting their perimeter shots. You've sort of got to weather the storm here as an opposition in this situation. Their defensive intensity has been pretty good, failed to recognise a couple of things in transition, and they're gambling a little bit on some of the opportunities that COE are able to connect with offensively. But you've got to do that. Early on in the game, it was that low post option. Now it's perimeter shooting and transition, because they've really upped the ante defensively. It'll be interesting to see what Coach Motton does here to change things up, to get his girls back into contention before halftime.
So just 2 minutes gone, less than 2 minutes gone in this second quarter, and it's been a great start for the COE. It was 21-16, so it's been a 7-2 run that they've jumped out to here in the second period. Great chance now, if you're the defensive coach after that timeout, to really implement a full court press, and no surprise, that's exactly what they're going to do. Pressure the ball. You've got a great chance to fully set your defense. It's a bit of token pressure, though. Nothing over the top.
I think good move there by Coach Beale, just to keep their intensity up defensively. A legit 4-5 combination player. Hard matchup for anyone. She makes the first. 26-31 in favour of COE. 4:48 to go. O-board almost there by COE. Oh, they do come up with it. Good fight. Reset. 14 on the shot clock. Have another look.
Here they go, Horns action here. Then a handoff into another pick, round the back, step back, nothing doing. They've got to get a shot off. Once again, taking a little too long. There's no time, you've got to shoot the ball. And that is another shot clock violation. I think that is the 4th of the game for the COE.
You're probably spot on there, Hickey. And again, they're isolating that low post, looking for high percentage shots. They were just a little bit too slow for it to come off. Back in this zone situation, open triple, unable to connect.
That's Farnworth on that occasion.
Pushing the ball hard, COE. Jade Melbourne in the corner, kicking it back out. Millie Pryor, top of the key. Great jab step there, nice jump shot.
Ooh, King Hawea goes bang. That was a pretty move.
Ringwood pushing hard in transition.
It's interesting, the COE have used that fake into the pick and roll a number of times, but after a while it might become a little predictable. Contested jumper from Trotto. Took a bit of contact on the arm, but she buried it anyway at the elbow.
Very much needed there by the Hawks. Game was pulling away from them again.
Loose ball. Away come Ringwood. A bit of a nothing move, and it was a travel. Good defense in transition from the COE, and in particular, Millie Pryor.
I think it's the Hawks bench are too happy with that call.
Substitution on the floor. In steps Ashley Hannon, and out steps Kelsey Rees. And there is a foul off the ball, trying to make the cut. A little bit too much contact from Farnworth. And it's interesting for a coach, because you love to see the team actually going through their sets, going all the way through, looking at all the options, but you pick up four shot clock violations, and all of a sudden maybe you've got to think about saying, guys, if the option's there, you've got to take the early one if you can get it. Defense has been good, though. You've got to give Ringwood credit.
Yeah, great stop there by Ringwood. COE unable to handle the pressure. Another errant pass, or dribbling into traffic, I should say. Unable to connect was Cassidy on that jump shot. Good offensive rebound by the Hawks. We go again. Cassidy, dribble penetration stopped. Farnworth, crossover, jump shot, and good.
Farnworth been excellent so far tonight.
Shot clock dwindling there. She brings it back within 3. 30-33. COA still lead and are in control. They've slowed it down again to get back into their half-court set, and that pick-and-roll action that Hickey was talking about previously. Still a main focus of their offense.
Single digits on the shot clock once again. Back to the Horns. Nice crossover. And got tripped up. The foul's on Bone. And I think it will see the COE go to the line for bonus 2 free throws. We've got a timeout to the COE as they lead it by 3 points over the home Ringwood Hawks. They will also get 2 free throws to look to push that to 4:05. Now, last 2 minutes, always big heading into a half. If you can take momentum into the locker room, it's really big-time stuff for both teams, and means a lot for morale. And when you come back out, because you go down by 5 or 6, 7, lose a couple points late, all of a sudden the shoulders drop, the heads drop, and nobody really wants to come back out and get going again. It makes it a little bit harder. But if you're up and about, normally you can get the jump at the start of the third as well, Russell.
Yeah, couldn't agree more. Taking that half-time lead into the rooms can be an incredible motivator or a morale destroyer, as you point out. I think 2 minutes 13 to go. The second period, I feel, has been around runs. COE did a great job pushing it out to 10 points. Ringwood, quick timeout by Coach Motton, I should say, and a great run from them to get it back within 2. Again, COE ran away with it, got it to 7. Now the Hawks got it back to 3. Who's going to step up now, and what changes are going to be made to try and get that halftime lead that we've both referred to now? 2:13 to go, as you mentioned. COE up by 3.
And the Ringwood Hawks starters have played the bulk of the minutes. Hasn't been super deep in the bench so far. We'll see how they go in the second half to see whether they rotate a few more players. Now, for those who have watched Ringwood Hawks basketball, whether live on this stream in the past, you'll notice something a little bit different. There's 3 referees, which is what you get in NBL1 and what you get in the Seabull, but in Big V, we never got that. So there's an extra ref, which hopefully means a bit better coverage across the court. And as always, we've got to say it's a tough job, but they do it well.
That they do. 1 free throw connected there by the COE, pushing the deficit back to 4.
I put the mocker on both teams by saying the free throw shooting was great. It's seemingly gone slightly downhill from there.
Well, commentators have a habit of doing that. I know you'll be proud taking credit. COE,
as always.
COE now in control. Offense. Well, now diving off that pick and roll situation rather than connecting. Low post option. Covered well. Kick out. Dribble penetration now. Unable to connect was Paige Price. Defensive rebound, Cassidy.
It's the little things on offense that pass out from down low. If that was on target and clean, then it was gone for the extra pass to kick to the wing, but it was a little bit off, tougher catch. By the time they got it to the wing, the defense would reset. That's a really nothing play and a bit of a bailout foul. There'll be 2 more free throws at the line in the bonus, the COE.
Yeah, unfortunately on Trotto. As you mentioned in the bonus now, Coach Motton making some changes. Out checks Edmondson and Trotto.
And comes Mullings and Mine King for her first minutes.
It's the height I was referring to before.
At 193 centimetres.
Amanda Mine King, hopefully.
Just about got me covered.
Hopefully it's the injection the Hawks need in that low post to battle the incredible height that the COE have and somewhat advantage they seem to be taking from that position on the floor. Deficit now to 6, 36-30 in favour of the COE. COE back to that zone that gave Ringwood trouble earlier. Amanda making...
Simple game a lot of the time. It was a smart play from Mikey. She faked to the baseline, kicked out the corner. It was a good look. The Ringwood Hawks can't be too mad or upset about that. Great hustle on the offensive boards from Paige Price. She came from nowhere to grab that one. And the COE will reset single digits on the shot clock. Nice pass. Great find inside from Ashley Hannon. She fired it in. Perfect spot for the low post seal. It was an easy spin and an easy deuce for the COE.
They're rewarding the hustle play on the O board. Back to that zone that we mentioned before. Good ball movement this time by the Hawks. Take by Mullings, crashing into number 13, Ashley Hannon, and she'll be rewarded with an opportunity from the charity stripe.
Looks like a bit of a stinger on the hip for Ashley Hannon, but she's walking it out. I think she's going to get subbed off. She looks fine, but one of those ones where you get smacked into the side and it just catches you a little unaware. Mullings at the line to shoot 2. First is good.
Very much needed here. Hopefully Mullings can connect on this second because COE will get 1 more look before halftime. That she does. 25 seconds remaining. This will be the last possession of the quarter. I expect the CLE to just slow it down to ensure that's the case.
Ringwood will be trying not to foul here. Don't want to give any more freebies this quarter to the COE. We're now down into single digits. Pick and roll up the top. Left-hand drive into the spin to the middle. Tough right-hand hook and a foul called. It'll be interesting to see. It was on Mahalko. I think it was for the push. A little bit of a thrust with the armbar down low. Marling's camera over the top got all ball, but it will be 2 free throws at the line for Paige Price.
Next on the first. Yeah, unfortunate foul there by Mahalko, as you mentioned. I think it just bringing her arms down, despite the fact she was unhappy with it, has enabled 2 free throw connections there by Paige Price. Deficit at 8, 4.6 seconds to go. Ringwood ball baseline.
Foul to give here for the COE. That was probably the spot that you wanted to do it, and they did. A smart play and a heads-up play from the coaching staff and the players out there on the floor. That leaves 2.6 and the ball in the back court for Ringwood. Let's see what they can come up with. Would be a big play here for Ringwood if they could get a score. Bone comes hard off the side. Tough jumper, no foul. A bit of contact, but nothing there. And it is an 8-point lead for the Centre of Excellence after one half of basketball. Here at the Rings, they lead 40-32 after a half. How do you see it, Russell Lee?
Look, it has been COE in control, despite the fact that both teams have had little runs across the second quarter in particular. Most exciting for me is not only the physicality and the pressure from both teams defensively, but the fact that COE have changed up their defence quite frequently. Being in half-court man situations, that token full-court pressure you talked about, they've trapped, they've zoned, making it really, really difficult for the Hawks to get any sort of routine and rhythm offensively. I believe that's been the difference of the game. Add to that the fact that they've been able to take advantage, push the ball, and they're confident around their low post option, and they've been nailing from the perimeter. I don't think the Hawks should be too concerned, though, given the fact the COE have played incredibly well. They're right in this, make some little adjustments, and hope that, you know, their defensive intensity can limit the connection on some of those long-range shots that COE have found early. I think the Hawks are more than capable of getting themselves back in and obtaining a W still.
And I think also the Hawks maybe let a few too many fast break transition points off turnovers, and that was where the COE really took advantage. But you make some great points there, Russell. We'll run you through some quick stats before taking a quick break here at the Rings. As we said, at 40-32, it is the COE that lead. Mulling's doing the bulk of the work for Ringwood. She's got 12 points to go along with 2 rebounds and an assist. Farnworth has 6. Edmondson 4 points off the bench. She has been good. Over for the COE, it's been Palmer with 13, 4 of 5 shooting, 4 rebounds. She's been excellent, no doubt about that. Scanlon 7 points, perfect shooting night so far for her, as well as Pollard 9 points. She hasn't taken a shot since that fiery first quarter from her. She was killing it early, 9 points, 3 of 3 from the field, 2 of 2 from deep. As we said, 32-40. We're going to take a quick break and we will join you for the second half of this contest between the Ringwood Hawks women and the Centre of Excellence from the Rings in Ringwood. Hello and welcome back to the rings. If you're just joining us, my name is Matt Hickey. I am being joined by Russell Lee for the entirety of this doubleheader. It's the Centre of Excellence who've got the early jump on Ringwood. They lead 40-32. They've played good defence, made some good shots. It's been good defence from Ringwood, but they haven't been quite able to convert over on the other side of the ball game. Russ, how do you see this second half playing out here tonight?
Yeah, I think you make a really good point. Offensively, the COE have looked the goods. They're shooting 61% from the field. They're 55, 5 of 9 from deep. Incredible scoring prowess on the floor. The Hawks are getting shots up. They've had the opportunities. They're 10 of 32, but only 31% from the field, 2-11 from deep. Both teams shooting reasonably well from the free throw line. It's been a really physical, high intensity defensively. With COE just having that edge, the scoring prowess they have both inside and on the perimeter, and the change-ups of defence, I think I mentioned just after the second period closed, have enabled them to hold an 8-point lead heading into the second half. I'd expect Tim to really drill into his girls that they're going to have some really clear offensive sets and calls around the change-ups in defence for the COE. For the COE, I think they just keep chipping away at what's working, looking for that low post option, working the ball inside out, and Ringwood are going to have to potentially keep gambling on looking at the double downs and giving up open triples just to prevent those high percentage low post opportunities. But it's a game of predictions. I still go with the Hawks. They have the ability.
I'm giving you the option to change yours if you wish. I always do, but yeah, happy to stick with the home side?
Absolutely. I've coached you for many years, Hickey. You know that I can be incredibly stubborn once I make a decision, and I'm going to be that stubborn right now.
I think it took me about 5 years to get through to you that I can actually shoot the ball from outside the key, but we got there. Took a while.
It did. Gave you a green light in your final year. Still regret it.
I think it was more of a pity green light, but I'll take it anyway. Here we go, Ringwood to start, and an early 2-3 zone from the Centre of Excellence. Nice kick out from Mulling. She did really well to pivot around. It was a good look. Couldn't quite go. Danny Bone comes away with the offensive rebound.
Yeah, good signs early there by the Hawks. The ball movement, looking for that high post. Offensive rebound there by Mullings. Straight back up and is fouled. She'll be rewarded with 2 bonus.
I'm going to quickly do something selfish, Russell. I've got my cousin watching. It's his birthday, so a quick shout out to you and my cousin out there watching and tuning in tonight at the rings.
Hello, Ewan, from Mr. Lee.
Of course, in a weird 6 degrees of separation, Russell is a teacher at my cousin's school, so I'm getting the word that you should be doing homework even though it's a Saturday night.
That's exactly right, Ewan. Get to work.
Back to the game. It's a 7-point lead for the COE. They've got the ball here on offense. They've had a bit of trouble with the shot clock here in this game. There's a double team down low. Didn't decide to shoot it. It was probably on. Good take to the ring, though. It'll be 2 free throws for Isabel Palmer.
Yeah, we just talked about that. Hickey, Ringwood gambling, looking at that double down on the post, leaving the open triple. This time, the COA electing to dribble penetrate. And Amanda making with the foul, sending Isabel Palmer to the charity stripe. Connects on the first. Deficit back to 8, 33-41 in favour of the visitors.
Coach Motton will be wanting this lead to stay within that 10-point range. As soon as it starts to get out of that 15 or 16, time begins to become your enemy as we are in the second half. Once again, 2-3 zone. It's an active one from the Centre of Excellence.
Ringwood, good ball movement. Setting a double low pick to try and open up that short corner triple. COE doing a good job recognising that fighting over. An errant layup by Trotto. COE pushing the ball hard in transition, but another errant pass, turnover to the visitors. Ringwood now looked like they were going to slow it down. Mullings going hard, but it is a charge. Kobe King-Hawea being knocked to the ground by our own Megan Mullings.
You have a look at that earlier possession before this one from the COE, and it's a thing that coaches like to drum into their players. Do not leave the ground to make a pass, because you have situations like that where just nothing is open. You have no option but to turn the ball over. High pick here, attacking the baseline. Nice crossover, pull-up jumper. King Hawaii likes that, but it's Mullings that comes through with a strong rebound, an outlet pass, and away it go the Ringwood Hawks. Great left-hand drive. Excellent stuff from Lara Edmondson.
I think that was credit to Amanda Manking there, establishing herself as a low post threat, really sealing hard, which disallowed any help defence to come through on that dribble penetration into the paint.
Good effort on the inside from Lily Scanlon to grab that offensive rebound.
Yeah. Second opportunity, 6 on the clock. COE going to need to put up something quickly here too. Oh, and a deep triple by Isabel Palmer. Absolutely nothing but net. High arcing, that is a killer. 35-45, 10-point deficit in favour of COE.
Well, rained that shot, but it was all money, nothing but net, as you said. And they look to her as the shot clock runs down. That's an easy 2 points from Amanda Monking.
Yeah, sitting blindsided in that short corner. Great entry pass there for an easy deuce.
So surely they look to get the ball in the hands of Isabel Palmer once again. She has had the hot hand all game. It's King Hawaii though. She likes the little pull-up jumper if she can get it. Nice around the back. Finally got the ball out to Palmer. She'll look to go again. Not quite. That one was short. That's Ringwood with the ball. 3 minutes gone here in the third quarter. Bone pushed off, but she managed to keep her dribble. Single digits on the shot clock for Ringwood. Bone with it again. 3-point basket, no good. Here come the centre of excellence. They're pushing the ball. Almost lost it out of court. Was tiptoeing on the sidelines. But they managed to maintain possession. Here's Palmer on the wing. Goes hard baseline. The foul on Bone. And the centre of excellence will keep it.
Change here for COE. Substitution. Adelaide Fuller checking out, and Kelsey Rees into the game. Inbound offense here by COE. Nice, slow, deliberate offense that we saw at the start of the game.
Once again, Palmer left to do it all with the shot clock running down. This time it was a triple team. It was too much. King Hawaii thought about taking the charge, couldn't quite get it. Mullings was smart enough not to give it away this time. Left-hand drive, tough play. That's a hook maybe, but she got away with one try, though, couldn't quite finish. A tough rebound. Isabel Palmer is doing it all tonight here at the Rings. She might get it back, you know. No, that was a good pass back the other direction. Reverse layup. Decided to kick it out. They'll keep it, though. Centre of excellence.
Yeah, triple team the low post there for Kelsey Rees. Ball deflected. They'll get another opportunity. More rotations here for the COE. Olivia Pollard and Isabel Palmer checking out of the game. In comes Paige Price and Millie Pryor. Really fundamental. Kick in, open triple, number 11, Lily Scanlon, deficit to 11. 48-37 in favour of the visitors. Back to this zone. It's given Ringwood so much trouble. Errant pass across the floor, almost picked off there by the COE. Kobe King Hawaii doing a great job there. Hawks will inbound.
Just getting to a dangerous margin now, as you see, fun with a launch one, not quite. Mullings, she's been a beast on the boards all night and will be all season. But yeah, 11 points, just dangerous territory, tough shot. Couldn't quite finish. Mind King, she's great. Great pivot as well. Good footwork. She couldn't finish. And the COE take it away halfway through the third quarter.
Yeah, unfortunate miss there. Nice and close. Foul on the Hawks. Trotto on Ashley Hannon, was it? I can't quite see from here. No, number 11. I apologise. Lily Scanlon heading to the line.
We're about to see a substitution for the Hawks. Off goes Trotto, and in comes Lara Edmondson. And here Ravi Kumar in for her first minutes as well tonight. Danny Bone takes a rest.
Connects on a first. Deficit at 12. 5:06 to go in the third period.
.13 lead, and as I say, starting to get a little bit out of hand. Oh, that's not an ankle breaker, I wouldn't call it. Smart to up fake. A lot of hands in there. There was a foul in the end. It looked like it wasn't going to get called, but there was a foul. Now, not a bad decision here from Motton to bring in Ravi Kumar. Can be streaky, but his instant offense can really catch fire and could easily, with a couple shots, bring Ringwood back into this game. Tough shot, right hand, running hook, and Lara Edmondson puts it in for 2.
Yeah, excellent dribble penetration there by Edmondson. I agree with you. Ravi Kumar, not only instant offense, but really wily defensively. Can rack up a lot of steals just with the intensity in which he plays defence. As we're saying right now, ball pressure.
King Hawaii, nice work, kicks it back out to the top. This is a good matchup. Ravi Kumar versus Scanlon. Step back 3. Thank you very much. The COE take all 3 of those as Lily Scanlon steps back with the shot clock winding down and goes bang.
That is a dagger, and if I'm not mistaken, Scanlon is actually 100% from the field at the moment. She is money every time that ball goes up.
Ravi Kumar out to Mullings. Good ball movement, good take at his strength on the inside. She bullied her way, but it'll be 2 free throws as there was a hard foul in the paint.
Bulk substitutions here by COE. With Kobe King Hawaii checking out.
Mullings at the line for 2. The first is good.
I apologise, everyone. Those substitutions happened way too quick to keep track of. And the coach has got in the way. I couldn't read numbers.
Getting a bit old, Russell.
Oh, look, that seems to be the consensus.
I can say that now because you won't bench me on the weekend.
Oh, well, I can try.
Here come the COE. Quick little dribble handoff. Back to the top. Another hard screen there. Quite a tall lineup. Nice take, except it was a $1 million move with a 5-cent finish from Paige Price.
10
they reset. Great steal. Here's a chance. Can they bring it back to 10 or within single digits here, the Ringwood Hawks? Mullings wanted the low post seal. It was a tough pass to get. She couldn't quite reel it in, and the centre of excellence will take it back the other way.
Ringwood could be forcing things a little bit offensively to not let this get away. 12-point deficit. I think focusing on the fundamentals here will be key.
That ball thought about going in for a moment, but rimmed out.
Yeah, Isabel Palmer unable to connect on that mid-range jump shot. Much like Scanlon, Palmer has been money from the field. May not be 100%, but 18 points in this game. She's doing a lot of damage here.
Ringwood still down by 12. Double-digit margin now becoming... Make that back to 10 points as we see a nice turn-away jumper from Farnworth.
Better offensive options now that the COE have come back to a half-court man situation.
And we see Gina Scarrier walk to the sideline ready for her first minutes. Mullings, great steal, flick back, great hustle play. Here's Farnworth, hard take, left hand, couldn't quite get it to drop. It'll be 2 free throws for her.
Great push there. Would have been nice to see that one drop, get it back to single digits, but she is rewarded. 2 coming from the charity stripe in a moment. And as you mentioned, it is Gina Scaria checking to the game for Amanda Making for her first minutes in Australia, NBL1 League 2019.
Exciting times, no doubt, for her and the Ringwood faithful here at the Rings. Farnworth knocks down the first free throw, cuts the lead back to 9. So a bit of momentum here heading in to the three-quarter time break. She makes the second, and if they can trim that margin, maybe even down to 5, it would be a big play. The wrong team's got the ball. The wrong team has got the ball.
I don't really know how to explain what just happened there.
I've actually never seen that.
COE ran away, and Ringwood automatically went to inbound the ball.
I mean, look, if the other team doesn't want it, I guess you just take it, but I've never seen that in my many years of watching basketball.
No, it was very unusual. Good to see the coaching staff on each bench actually having a little bit of a giggle.
The funny thing was that the Ringwood players and coaching staff were telling Ravi Kumar to go around and turn around and make a layup, thinking that somehow it was going to count despite them not only scoring, then inbounding the ball and getting the ball back. They're just running the clock down here, so the teams will huddle, but that is bizarre. The ref seemingly went along with it as well.
I think because everyone who was participating just sort of played a role. No one questioned it until Ravi Kumar went, okay, I'll take advantage, as you mentioned.
It's the kind of thing that you normally see the veterans try to get away with in practice.
Yeah, absolutely.
Make the shot and then quickly try to get the ball back in for their own team. Sadly, not quite as successful in a real officiated game.
Play by their own rules, they do. CLA looking to push hard now, but we have the right team with the ball after Ringwood score. Defensive intensity needs to lift here for the Hawks. Another stop. 2 minutes to go in the third period. 8-point deficit.
Good defense from Mullings, but a rebound inside from Pryor. And there was a foul as she finished with the bank. Mullings hit the ground, but it'll be a foul, I think, on Scaria and the bonus free throw, I should say, coming up for Millie Pryor.
Back to 10. And one opportunity here for Millie Pryor.
Game can turn so quickly. This could easily shift the momentum back the other way, although she missed the free throw. Mullings, a great rebound. Ravi Kumar just managed to reel that one in. Now just settles down the offense, says, let's get it a decent look. They want the low block. It's not there. Scaria setting a pick for Ravi Kumar to flare out, but have a look at that. From Mullings, she thought about it, jabbed and said, I'll take all 3 of those. Bang, bang, bang. Back to a 7-point ball game.
1:30 to go. Ravi Kumar doing a great job looking after point guard defensively. Clock at 5. Good crossover there by Paige Price, and nice floater as she heads into the paint.
One of the toughest shots in the game, but if you can master it, it's almost unstoppable. Scaria, nice pass to Mullings. Back out to Ravi Kumar. Her first decent look at the game. She can't quite get it to drop, but Ringwood not unhappy with that option. We're inside the final minute of the third quarter here at the Rings, and the crowd continues to pile in. Great atmosphere here for this NBL1 opening. That's a foul, and that is a coach killer because it's a foul right in the backcourt that will result in 2 free throws down the other way for Ringwood. And that is 4 personals as well.
Ashley Hannon checking out of the game for COE. Adelaide Fuller checking back in. Farnworth at line. Connects on the first, deficit at 8. 57-49 in favour of our visitors. 53.3 seconds to go in the third period. Farnworth with the second. 7-point game. Ringwood need to stop. Full court pressure here. Little fumble there by Isabel Palmer. Jade Melbourne, though, there to clean it up. Pick and roll action, looking for the isolation. They've got mismatch in the low post, but it is Jade Melbourne ignoring that driving baseline. Again, nice little floater. Back to a 9-point game.
They can probably will get another 2 possessions, and there was a fair bit of contact coming in from the side on that one. So 2 free throws coming up for the Hawks.
Yeah, great take there by Lara Edmondson. Nice little fake, taking her player to the right, at the rim, rewarded at the charity stripe. critical free throws here, keeping this game at single digits. She makes the first.
The other team or ours?
And the second. Back to 7. Full court pressure here again by Ringwood. 18 seconds to go in the game. Pick off by Mullings, but unable to keep control. 10 seconds. Ravi Kumar.
And there's a foul, and that hurts because that will be 2 free throws at the line. And a hands-on foul.
Tough call because that's not consistently called necessarily. Some of our crowd getting involved, helping the referees with their calls.
Ravi Kumar not overly pleased with the foul call. First free throw is good from Isabel Palmer. She's had an excellent third quarter. And I believe that puts her to 20 points on the night. Ravi Kumar with not long. She attacks. Tough right-hand shot. Couldn't quite get it to drop. The rebound is pulled down by Adelaide 4. There's a bit of a push and shove. I think they're going to call a foul. That might be 2 free throws at the line. That is, and that's a tough call. Really not much in that. Both just wrestling for the rebound. And they're going to give the Centre of Excellence 2 freebies. A warning giving to Ringwood. Both players seemingly tangled with each other, both ripping their arms away for the ball. It gets called on the defense, and situations like that is where players can get a little bit frustrated. I think the Ringwood players will have to come back out on the floor as we once again bring the clock down to probably about 0.2 for, I mean, what will probably be absolutely no reason, but anyway. Got to do it by the book.
That we do, but as you say, very frustrating for the Hawks there. A hands-on foul by Ravi Kumar, sending COA to the line to bring it back to 9 points. This opportunity now for Adelaide Fuller at the line after the Mullings foul could send the game back into a double-digit deficit heading into the final term. This will not be a very pleasing prospect for the Hawks and Coach Motton and the coaching staff.
Also, just worth keeping your eye on Ashley Hannon. She's up to 4 personal fouls. That's number 13, 192 centimetres. She's been pretty good on the inside. It hasn't necessarily showed on the score sheet, but she's been pretty decent on the inside. She's got 4 fouls, so something that they will have to look after. Let's see what they're going to try and wind it down to. I'm just going to throw something out here, Russell. Technology's come a long way. For instance, this is a little bit of a humble brag from me, but I was lucky enough to buy a pair of self-lacing Nike shoes. That's how far technology's come, right? Yet we cannot have a scoreboard where you can manually enter what time you want.
Look, that may be true, Hickey. All I heard there was that you can't tie your shoes, so...
Good point. Touche. Moving on, quickly.
Ewan, in future, use that one for me. Your cousin, who is an adult, can't tie your shoes and you can.
Free throw is no good. Scarrier comes down with the rebound. The clock maybe runs out. I don't know. Nobody really knows what's going on. I don't think the refs even do. But anyways, moving on. 10-point margin at 3/4 time. 62-52 the score. Centre of Excellence have the lead. Russell Lee, what can the Ringwood Hawks do to come back into this one and challenge the COE late?
Look, I think they had their opportunities with the COE going back to a half-court man situation, looking at their half-court sets to get better opportunities offensively. I just didn't see that happening. The zone that COE were playing, Ringwood just couldn't get decent looks or connect on long-range looks that could have got them back into the game. So, look, I'd be hoping for the Hawks that COE go back to a 20, I'll say our code for it, a 22, but a half-court man for the basketball world to know what Ringwood call.
Yep, exactly.
But I'd be hoping that they play some half-court man to enable Ringwood to get it through some hands, get some one opportunities, pick and roll, back screen cut. We saw an earlier set for Edmondson going at the rim. Higher percentage opportunities for the Hawks. At the moment, it's their offensive efficiency that's absolutely killing them. I still like the way they're playing defence. It's high intensity, it's physical from both teams, not just Ringwood, but at 32% from the field versus 55, they're going to find it difficult to get back in unless they can make significant change in this area.
We'll quickly run through some stats as Russell was already doing, but these are individual stats. It's Farnworth with 14 points. She's doing the bulk of the work along with Mullings for the Ringwood Hawks. Mullings, 8 of 9 from the free throw line, 18 points, 5 rebounds and an assist. She's been very, very good. Edmondson, 8 points off the bench for the Hawks. For the COE, well, Palmer, we spoke about her third quarter. She was excellent. She's up to 20 points, 5 of 8 from the field, 3 of 5 from deep, 7 of 8 from the free throw line, 5 rebounds, 4 turnovers. Probably frustrate her a little bit, but she's going to take an excellent game so far, 20 points in just 23 minutes. Helping her, Lily Scanlon, 15 points, perfect shooting, 4 of 4 on the night for her, 3 assists and 2 rebounds. And Pollard has jumped off the bench with 9, but hasn't taken a shot since the first quarter, remarkably. I tell you what, I had 9 points, perfect shooting at quarter time. You can safe to say that I'm doubling that shooting tally in the second and then into the third quarter. But she hasn't quite got the opportunity so far since that quarter time break.
Well, it doesn't matter with, as you mentioned, with Palmer and Scanlon filling the stat sheet and shooting at such an incredible clip, the pair of them. She just doesn't need to keep contributing the way she did in that first period. COE inbounding, final term, 52-62 in favour of our visitors. What can the Hawks do to get themselves back into this?
These first few minutes, huge, to see whether we have a game on our hands or whether COE can really just burn away from their opposition. As we see a 3, a wide open one, couldn't quite get it to go. Great hustle. There were 4 Ringwood Hawks on the boards, just what the coaches are looking for. Here's Mullings, good kick to the wing, 3-point basket is no good, and guess who comes up with the rebound? It's Isabel Palmer.
Looking to push the ball hard, great running
pass.
But unfortunately, Lily Scanlon shanked it.
That's putting it kindly, I think. Expecting contact, it just didn't come, but a great pass from Palmer. Unfortunately, her teammate could not finish. Ball comes from Mullings, kicks over to Scarrier. Nice right-hand drive, up fake. I think they're going to call a travel. Just a drag of the back foot. It was a nice move, but she couldn't quite get the shot up.
Token full court pressure here by Ringwood as COA regroup. Number 11, Lily Scanlon. Hawaii King back to Scanlon.
Deadly backcourt duo, Scanlon and Hawaii King. Tried to draw the contact, couldn't quite get it. That was an NBA-style move where you out-fake and then put the body, but these refs not giving that at all. Tough shot. I'm not sure if it was looking for the pass or shot. Either way, the ball knocked out of bounds, and it will stay with Ringwood.
Yeah, no doubt. It was a big gamble with Edmondson well behind the backboard there. I don't know what she was expecting. Fortunately, Ringwood have got the inbound baseline. Nice little set there. Mullings going to work. Great defence with Waya King just staying on the floor. And number 9, Adelaide Fuller, pulling in a defensive rebound on the miss. Pick and roll action again.
Lead still at 10 points. Good defense from Mullings, keeping that hand up. Maybe a little push. What a tough finish. Take a bow, Lily Scanlon. She's been on in this second half. Falling away, copped some contact. Right hand scoop layup, kissed it off the glass. 2-point COE. Ravi Kumar with the spin, and not sure if that got blocked or if it was just a bit off. But it'll come back to COE, and they lead by 12.
Yeah, I think a little bit forced there on that one. Unlike the Lily Scanlon one from before. ESPN highlight reel, that one's going on. And again, number 4, Isabel Palmer, wheeling and dealing, leaning forward, scooping a layup in. 14-point deficit, 66-52 in favour of the visitors.
This game getting away from Ringwood, that was a smart move from Palmer. Just used her body really well to protect the ball. Trotto, she's had a tough night, done a lot of things right, hasn't quite able to hit the scoreboard as much as she would like. So now a chance to push it out to 16 plus, and really that would almost be a bridge too far for the Ringwood Hawks. Here's King Hoy, a wide pass. 3-ball, why not when you're shooting the way Lily Scanlon is? But she comes up short, and Ringwood have a chance to bring this game back within what is a manageable margin, although that's a turnover. And back the other way, Isabel Palmer in her hands. She's super dangerous. Step through, beautiful. She couldn't quite get it. She pushed hard for the boards. So I'm stumbling over my words because I'm impressed with what she just did. Pivot, scoop, layup, couldn't finish it. Somehow got back on the rebounds, got the position that she needed, drew the foul, and it'll be baseline ball for the COE.
Yeah, couldn't agree more. She may not have made a great attempt at the shot, but chasing her own rebound. Lara Edmondson coming over the top, called for a foul, although she is quite disappointed with that call by the official. COE have an opportunity to inbound baseline to extend their lead. Currently 14.
So 6:49 left on the clock, and that clock really becoming the enemy of the Ringwood Hawks. They've got a fair bit to do and not long to do it in. 14-point margin, 66-52, and the defense of the COE has been excellent, and a big turnaround for them from last night. They would have been worried that maybe a bit of fatigue set in, but as we've seen from the very start of the game, they get through their bench. Everybody gets onto the floor, gets an opportunity to make an impact, and it's working out for them here at the Rings. 66-52.
Yeah, that it is. Palmer leading the way in terms of minutes played with 26, but otherwise the entire bench, besides Rees, have played double digits, which is, as we talked about at the start, not only a fatigue thing, but given what the COE is in terms of basketball development, getting those kids on and getting them time to develop is actually what it's all about.
Yeah, in terms of female players that have been through the COE, you've got Liz Cambridge, Maddie Garrick, Steph Talbot, Beck Cole, and if you've been watching any of the NCAA, Alana Smith, who has been starring for Stanford in the women's tournament. 2 seconds on the shot clock, good defense from Ringwood. And now here is a big chance for them to get some momentum. Mahalko, she's had a tough night, couldn't quite finish.
Yeah, good block up one end, great job running the floor, but unable to finish her floater. It's been the story of the Ringwood Hawks tonight, just unable to connect on their offensive opportunities.
Cross-court pass into a zone, 2-3 here for Ringwood. Back the other way, but it's stolen. Danny Bone fumbled, but she fought hard. Turned around, somehow got the pass off. 3-on-2, wing Mahalko. They need some points from her. I think it got blocked. Jackie Trotter, she has done everything right, but couldn't quite make the basket. But finally, the Ringwood Hawks find a way to score 2, and it's Edmondson who's played well tonight. And they need more from her here in the last 5 minutes and 45 seconds.
Yeah, it was a strong rebound on the air ball from Cassidy Mahalko.
I'm going to give the benefit of the doubt and say it was slightly tipped. Just because if I was playing, I'd like a
fair call, Hickey.
Somebody to give me the benefit of the doubt on the air ball.
Back to my previous statement. Good defense then.
Here is Mahalko. Kicks back to the top. Nice ball movement, and that looks like an injury down low. And that's Isabel Palmer. She's clutching at her knee as we see the three-point basket was made. And non-contact.
Yeah, very, very innocuous. She sort of just fell to the floor and just didn't move. But good to see she's been able to get up and walk on her own to the bench.
Those non-contact ones can be a little bit worrying at times, but as you said, she managed to stand up on her own, walk to the bench, just a little bit proppy. 57-66, so that shot from Ringwood brings it back to single digits. They've got 5 minutes. Now we see Isabel Palmer head to the bench, and here's a chance for Ringwood. The defense has turned up a notch as well. They're very active in this zone. A bit more talk from the bench, and there's a turnover. What can Ringwood do with it? Big pass to Mahalko. Kicks back. 3-bomb. Not quite. Short on it that time from Farnworth. And now COE should just settle this game down. They've got the lead. They've struggled offensively here against this 2-3 zone. Once again, single digits on the shot clock. Nice pass fake. Good defense from Bone. and they're going to call it travel. So two good defensive possessions for the Ringwood Hawks. And head coach Kristen Veal has seen enough for the CEO. They'll have a time. COE. I was going to do that once. No doubt I was going to say CEO once. COE. And there'll be a timeout. Now, this is interesting. If you're coaching Ringwood here, the 2-3 zone has been working really well, Russell, and I want to get your coaching opinion here. It's been working very well, but they called the timeout. No doubt on the opposition side, they're probably going to draw up something and get that focus on a 2-3 zone. That's what they're going to spend the majority of their time in the timeout doing. If you're Motton, do you change up the defence again to really throw the COE off their game?
Yeah, good enunciation there, Hickey. I believe that I saw Coach Veal making a great change. It looked like she was bringing Ashley Hannon into the game to provide that, in the paint target against Tim Motton and the Ringwood Hawks zone. If I was Tim, I think we stick with it. You absolutely do. It's stifled their offence. They've been unable to connect on anything inside the paint, let alone on the perimeter, and just adapt. If the presence of Hannon into the game causes them to shift their defence, then so be it. But they don't have time to muck about here. 4 minutes 22, 9-point deficit. It's working. So give it another crack. Let's see if the adjustments Coach Veal has put in for her team, the substitution, can make that difference.
Very well put from you there, Russell Lee. A reminder that Ashley Hannon playing with 4 personal fouls. One more and she is out of this game. If Ringwood can get a score here, it's going to make this game very, very interesting. Great backdoor cut from Bone. Stopped and prop, right-hand finish, and that was a lovely offense. Edmondson waited, faked out to the perimeter. Bone went base, and they're sticking with the 2-3 zone. Good hustle on defense, Bone. An elite defender. Great hands again. She is so active.
Well put. She is an elite defender. Really, really active hands, moving her feet well, anticipating that pivot, disallowing pass to, just basic pass to the wing there, almost getting that turnover, deflecting out of bounds. Cassidy Mahalko doing the same thing on the other side of the floor. Edmondson moving her feet well. This is excellent defence from the Hawks, and they come up with a stop.
That would have been a dagger from Paige Price after such excellent defence, but the COE have gone into their shell a little bit, and Ringwood looking to take full advantage. That's a bit of a nothing shot from Edmondson. Sorry, Farnworth, I should say. Mahalko, she's been looking for that shot. Edmondson hustles on the rebound, but Lily Scanlon has been excellent all night and comes away with the ball. Down to 3:15 now on the clock. Scanlon wants inside.
They're looking at that low post option in Hannon.
Oh, that looked like a double dribble to me, and it was. And she throws the ball away. That could be a warning, and it is. A bit of frustration coming out from Ashley Hannon.
She was triple teamed. There was a lot of physicality down there, but referee made the right call. That was a double dribble, whether it be due to physicality or not.
And there's a mid-court foul, just the second foul of the quarter for either team. So the refs happy to let a bit more go here in this final term. Don't want to get too involved, and players definitely appreciate that down the stretch.
That they do. 7-point deficit, 66-59 in favour of the Excellence.
Mahalko may have been on the back cut. Off-ball screen from Bone. Double team, that was a clear push, and that's fouled out of the game. Ashley Hannon, and an unnecessary foul, and one that was a bit of frustration from down the other end, I think, and she won't be pleased with that as she fouls out of the game without having too much impact down the stretch.
Good defence here by the Centre of Excellence. Made it difficult for the Hawks to inbound.
10 seconds on the shot clock. Farnworth loves to rip left. Just hung in the air. Did so well to finish. You would have thought the COE at some point would pick up that she loves to drive hard on the left. They haven't yet, and she continues to take advantage. We've got a 5-point ball game, ladies and gentlemen.
The Hawks have done a good job. Deficit at 14, not that long ago.
2 points and 1. Big play. And guess who? Lily Scanlon comes up big, hits the mid-range jumper, draws the foul. She'll go to the line to make it a 3-point play. As we see Jade Melbourne step off. In comes Kobe King Hawaii, I should say.
Interesting call there, Hickey. I'm not sure what your take on that was. It was a jab step and a dribble on the foul. and she then stepped into a jump shot, and they counted it. Coach Tim Motton standing up asking the question, and I really don't blame him on that one.
Bit of an NBA continuation there.
Oh, very true.
So back out to 8 points. Mahalko, good take, good pass. Trotto, can she get it to go? Left hand, she does. So Ringwood sticking with this game here. 2:20 on the clock, 6 points. The pressure is right on the COE.
Good calm and collected response there by Ringwood after the unfortunate and one situation given up at the other end. They're still in that zone, really active, pushing out hard. Active hands, disallow anything from the perimeter. Make every shot difficult. Isolation down low. Unfortunately, Trotto called for a personal foul. This will send Adelaide Fuller to the line. I apologise, not to the line. Will be baseline.
Looked like it should have been to the line, but maybe a bit of a make-up call for the previous possession. I tell you what, just a side note, head coach Kristen Veal just whistled to get one of her players' attention, and literally the whole stadium just stopped. It was that loud. So I hope he wasn't trying to give away a subtle message, because just about everywhere on the court heard it. They're looking now, just a pause in play to reset the shot clock to 14. So 2 minutes on the clock, 6 points. That's the equation for the Ringwood Hawks. Down by 6. They need something. Good pressure on the inbound.
Still in that zone. High picks there.
Scanlon push off, right hand floater, tough finish. She somehow got the rebound. She has been doing amazingly in there on the offensive glass, but this time it's a tied up ball, and it will be Ringwood Hawks going back the other way.
6 points, 69-63. If Ringwood can get a score here, you're bringing it back potentially to a one possession game if they're able to triple, or a 2.
Inside the final 2 minutes of this one. Nice move from Bone. Maybe a foul out to Mahalko. She needs to heat up. Took the foul and won. That is a clutch play from Cassidy Mahalko. She's had a tough night, but shooters are going to shoot. She took the contact, right hand floater. Bang. 2 points. And she will go to the line to shoot 2.
You got 2 right. Given the way the Hawks unfortunately have shot from the field tonight, you might as well throw it up and just pray that she did. Connects with the and one. You have a 3-point game here, people. 66-69. Less than 90 seconds left to play.
Just her second basket of the game, but it came up in the clutch. 3-point margin here. COE gone into their shell with this zone. Ringwood, the pressure's been unreal. The crowd starting to lift as well. That could be a charge, and it is. Well done, Danny Bone. Kobe King-Huie, 5 fouls, and she's out of here. On comes Millie Pryor. So another big player out. Isabel Palmer still sitting on the sidelines. I don't think they're going to risk her heading down the stretch. A minute 12. Ringwood trail by 3, but they've got the ball.
COA still sticking with that half-court man. Wouldn't like to see them gamble on the zone situation that gave Ringwood so much difficulty earlier on in the piece. Ball entry to Mullings there, but good deflection by the COE.
Baseline ball, 10 seconds on the shot clock. 3 to tie, 2 will bring it back to 1. Here we go. What are they going to draw up? Bone looking to get the ball wide. Mullings, ball right there. Great play. She drew the foul. Probably will be unpleased with herself that she missed a gimme on the left hand. But she's got to put that behind her, head to the line, and look to cut this to a 1-point game if she can make both.
Yeah, a lot of noise, great screening action there, opening up a lot of opportunities for the Hawks' inbound jump shot. And then no one covered that split line. Mullings walking into a gimme. Unfortunately, unable to connect on the layup. But as you say, at the line, missing the first.
She's been good from the free throw line as well so far tonight, but maybe that miss just in the back of her mind. She shot 8 of 9 before then, and she misses both. So 2 big missed free throws from Ringwood, down by 3, 50 seconds left on the clock. Staying in this zone, they're still only 1 shot away. Good defense there from both Mahalko and Bone, really up high, these 2 guards. Great move from Scanlon. Great pass. Oh, and that's a travel. Paige Price was off playing defense. Meanwhile, Millie Pryor was looking to kick it and make the extra pass out to her on the perimeter. 35 seconds. Here come the Ringwood Hawks. They're not going to worry about the clock. They just want to get a good look. The three is preferable, but they're going to take likely whatever they can get. Mahalko the one. That's almost the look. She did shoot it and buried it. Bang, bang. She tells the crowd, get up, let's go.
Off balance, given the way the Hawks have been shooting this evening. That was a prayer.
Just their third basket of the game, but it comes up in the clutch for Ringwood. Tied ball game. Can the centre of excellence win it here? Great round the back dribble. Tough take. Floated up. Couldn't get it. Tough rebound. Don't foul. Up and under. Not quite. And ladies and gentlemen, we've got free basketball. We're going to overtime.
Just incredibly impressive by the Hawks to remain with it, remain focused. Execution of offense down the stretch has been very good, despite the fact, maybe they've hit a couple of lucky ones off balance, but to their credit, they've done a great job. Interesting to see how the COE respond here, both in terms of their offense, tackling that zone that Ringwood have gone to, let alone what defence they're going to play themselves heading into this overtime period. They've gone away from that press or trap situation and away from that zone and focused on just that half-court man scenario, yet have allowed the Hawks to get back into the game as a result.
What a shot from Cassidy Mahalko. Buried a huge triple off balance, fading away, and got all three of it. As we said, she had a tough shooting night, but makes two clutch baskets down the stretch. And we're going to overtime. All the momentum with the Ringwood Hawks. And as you said, it'll be interesting to see what the COE can do against that zone offense. Let's quickly run through some stats. Farnworth, 19 points for the Hawks, 6 assists and 3 rebounds. She's had an excellent game. Megan Mullings, 18 points. She would have been ruining those missed free throws, but lucky for her, Mahalko came up big. Off the bench, Edmondson, 10 points, has also been very good. For the COE, we've got Palmer with 22 points, 7 rebounds, but she looks hurt. Looks like she will not feature for the rest of this game, which is a big loss for the COE. Kobe King-Hawea, she is fouled out for the game. She will look threatening, but she's fouled out. Scanlon, 20 points. She's going to be the key, you'd think, down the stretch here for the centre of excellence. She's been excellent. Pollard, 9 points off the bench. Price, 6, Pryor, 3, and fouled out of the game. The other player fouled out for the game, I should say, for the COE is Ashley Hannon. A huge overtime period coming up here. Russell Lee.
Oh, no doubt. Key stat here for me is that COA shooting well above 50% heading to three-quarter time. They are down to 46. Now, as a coach, you'd still take that across an entire game. But given what they were doing, that's a dramatic drop across that fourth period, and to only score those 7 points to 17 to bring it to a tie situation, credit to the Hawks, especially defensively. Hawks have been able to rise their shooting percentage to 34%. Still not fantastic, but they've done the job to get themselves back in.
So 5 minutes of overtime. Ringwood sticking with that 2-3 zone that we've mentioned a number of times. Scanlon with the ball. She's been good all night. What can she do here in the extra period? The crowd really have found their voice down the stretch here for Ringwood. No foul called, and Ringwood will come away with the ball. Kristen Veal looking at the ref saying, where was it? Mahalko wants 3. Why not? She buried the clutch tie. She makes 3 more. And that puts them 72-69 up.
Yeah, Mahalko's got the crowd going now. It is getting very loud in here, despite the fact more people are turning up for a game 2 of this doubleheader evening.
And there was a foul called.
Yeah, aggressive double team. I think that's going on Mullings. She's not happy about that. She's racked up a few now. I think she'll be getting close to that magic number. No, only her 3rd. So, okay signs there for Megan Mullings.
Foul trouble, always a thing down the stretch when you get into an overtime period. And as we see already, 2 players fouled out for the COE. Sticking with the 2-3. Can the Centre of Excellence find a way around this zone? 5 seconds on the shot clock. They just have to jack up a 3. That's short. Looks short out of the hand. Great rebound, Mahalko. Hasn't she been excellent in the clutch moments of this game?
The COA sticking with the half-court man situation, which surprises me. Enables the Hawks just to get through. Pick-and-roll situations, another triple. Farnworth not able to connect. Mahalko, offensive rebound, another 14. They're resetting. We're going Horns action here, as they've done. No, they're not.
You've got to hit Mahalko here. She's had the hot hand. Can she nail another one? No. It was the look that they wanted. She's had the hot hand, made her last 2 triples, but she couldn't quite get that one to drop. A 6-point margin in overtime. That would have been huge for the Hawks. Their biggest lead of the game.
And I like that offense there, the recognising the hot hand and going to it. Sticking with that zone. Hawks doing a good job. It's active. Carrying hands. They're communicating well. Oh, found a gap. Open triple. Unable to connect.
Mullings took a hard hit to the head there. She's a little shook up. Centre of Excellence actually had great offensive rebounding positioning. They had 2 players ready for the boards. Couldn't quite get it. Ringwood must be very happy with that. Now, a reminder that in overtime, the team fouls stay. So we're probably going to see a lot of free throws down the stretch. Both teams one more foul to give for Ringwood, but that foul, sorry, not to give, that foul will put them into the bonus. So both teams likely to go to the line a lot down the stretch. Mullings missed her last 2 after missing a bit of a gimme. Can she make these? The first is no good. Shot 8 of 9, but has now missed 3 in a row, Megan Mullings.
You've put the curse on her, Hickey. I'm going to blame you.
Get in there, not quite from Megan Mullings. 3 minutes to go. Here come the Centre of Excellence. This zone really causing plenty of issues. Great defensive switch from the coaching staff from Ringwood. Once again, single digits on the shot clock. A bit of a miscommunication. Here's Scanlon. She's been excellent. Kick over to Price. 3 balls. Good. And we're back to a tie ball game.
Yeah, nice gamble there by Mahalko, diving on that loose ball, but she couldn't come up with it, which enabled that open triple. Nice move, spinning to the middle by Edmondson.
We've got a serious game on our hands, if you weren't sure already, ladies and gentlemen. 2 minutes 20 on the clock. It's the Hawks by 2. They've come out of nowhere. Great up fake, Scanlon. Nothing doing. That looked like a travel to me, and it was. Ringwood will get the ball back. They lead by 2.
Two minutes, 5 seconds remaining. 74-72. Ringwood lead. Bone doing a good job.
And that's a travel back down the other way. Just dragged the pivot foot.
Unfortunate. Mahalko made a great baseline cut. Nice lob pass. COE, sorry, Hickey.
Inside the final 2 minutes.
COE now in control. Ringwood back into that zone after that little change-up Hickey pointed out before, and that half-court man. Tensions get high in scenarios like this.
The crowd have really found their voice as well. Nothing doing.
Too long in the key. Number 15, Kelsey Rees. Just hanging about a little bit too long in the paint area. Ringwood now have an opportunity. Let's extend the lead.
A minute and a half. Here comes Bone. Took some contact. She'll go to the line to shoot 2. Fouls on Scanlon. Coach Veal not happy for the COE, but it was a bit of contact that was there. Only Scanlon's second personal, so she's okay. Nothing to worry about there.
Talk about the physicality that had been permitted in this 4th period for a very long time. Can see maybe why Coach Veal is upset. All of a sudden, that physicality is just being called down the stretch. Warning to the COE bench, no more chatter. more missed free throws for the Hawks, I should say. The deficit remains at 2.
But a huge play from Edmondson to wrestle for that rebound, and it will stay a Ringwood Hawks basketball. We knew free throws would be a factor down the stretch when the foul stayed the same in overtime. They don't get reset. 2-point ball game.
And with that curse, Hickey, that you've put on the Ringwood faithful, they've missed 6 free throws in a row. Could be a very different ball game had that not happened.
Apologies.
Look, it has nothing to do with you, but I just like stirring you up.
Left-hand take. Mullings open. Thought about the three. They wanted to travel, and that just rubbed salt in the wound because there was no travel call. Looked like she jumped before she went. Ref said it was fine and then took a great ball to the hole. Right-hand finish. 4-point lead, so it's a 2-possession ball game here at the Rings. Crowd are nice and loud here. They've taken a while to warm up, but now they're right into this game. Kick to the wing.
Moving the ball much better to COE, but...
And now just rushing the play a little bit, jacking up some shots that might not be there.
They do have to bring it back to a 1-possession game, but they did have a little bit more time on the offensive rebound.
Could this be fatigue setting in for the COE? Of course, they did play last night in Dandenong.
Nice pass.
Great pass. Scanlon just cannot find it. Malco got up for that rebound. And we are into the last 40 seconds. A basket here from Ringwood would just about bury this one. What a turnaround from the Hawks, down by 14 points at one stage. Mullings probably should have gone up, but she turned the ball over. And that's going to be an offensive foul. It was there. Kelsey Rees pushed off down the court, was running as a bit of a blockade. We've got a timeout on the floor. Kristen Veal not pleased with what she just saw in terms of the call made on the floor, but not much you can do about it. 30 seconds on the clock, Ringwood 4-point lead. They've got the ball, and now it's a long way back for the Centre of Excellence.
Look, that it is. I think that coaching staff of the COE bench are looking for a flop warning in relation to that offensive foul. 30 seconds to go. Will be Ringwood ball. Both teams in the bonus. Coach Motton rallying his troops, drawing something up, no doubt, to give themselves not only a high percentage opportunity, but put the COE in a position to foul them and go to a line and actually make some free throws this time.
This is your fault then if these ones miss. I'm not taking responsibility for those.
I will live with that.
Tough position now for the Centre of Excellence. They're going to need 2 made baskets to get back into this game. One of them, well, depending on what happens, you've got a foul in this situation. You just have to foul, and considering the free throws, you just bank on Ringwood missing.
Spot on. You know, you're going for a steal. You know, Coach Veal will be talking to her players about you're going for a steal, but if you happen to foul to stop that clock, you know, that's the second best scenario you've got. And you're gambling, aren't you? You know, you've reassured your team that they've missed 6 free throws in a row. You're going to hope that happens again, and you give yourself an opportunity.
So full court pressure, no surprise there. Ball in the back court, and there's immediately a foul. And here's the rule change, and this is what really stings. It's an unsportsmanlike foul because of the playing for the ball. And I'm interested to get your view on this, and just there might also be a technical foul. Yep, technical foul on the bench as well, because Veal was not pleased with that call. It did look like she was making a play for the ball. Now, if you're not aware, this rule came into place, I'd like to say last season.
Correct.
Where they're trying to get rid of this late game fouling that goes on. So what they do, if you're not making a clear play on the ball, or what the refs perceive as a clear play on the ball, they call it an unsportsmanlike foul, which will result in 2 free throws and possession. Sorry, they'll get the 2 free throws of the foul plus the extra in this situation, but for an unsportsmanlike. And it's a killer down the stretch, because you need to foul, but you need to disguise it well enough. Sorry, these are for the tech, I should say. You need to disguise it well enough to get away with it, so it's not an unsportsmanlike. That's an 8-point ball game now. That's over. It's out of here. Russ, your view on that rule, and do you like it, or is it one that's a bit difficult to officiate?
I think that's the issue right there. It's a very difficult call to make and officiate properly. I suppose it's a new rule still, and referees are still learning it at various levels. So I think the inconsistency in which it's being called across, a great range of levels in basketball, that's the frustration for players and coaches. That one there, if I was to make a comment on it, I'd make it questionable. I'd agree with Coach Veal. I don't know if that was the right call to make, but.
And you see immediately that we have another a foul attempt and a professional foul, an intentional foul, and this time it's not called an unsportsmanlike, but to me there wasn't a whole lot of difference between the two fouls and the two incidents. So again, and it's a tough one for referees, one that they have to call because it's been brought in by the rule committee, but it's really up to their discretion, and it makes it a very tough time for them because they will have to be on the same page, and you don't know what you're going to get week to week. As we see Mahalko tip that one out of bounds. It's a 10-point lead, would you believe?
Yeah, after missing 6 free throws in a row, Farnsworth herself has made 6 in a row. So the Hickey curse has been broken.
As we see Mullings with a strong rebound, and once again there, that looked like an unsportsmanlike also, but it will result in 2 free throws for Mullings. So this will be disappointing for the Centre of Excellence. They took a tough loss last night, going down 74-49. They had 21 turnovers. They started this game so well, just down the stretch, couldn't close it out. Maybe it was fatigue playing in, but this would have looked like a big opportunity for them to claim a win. Now, everyone across the league knows it's going to be probably a tough season for them, and that's purely based on the age and the fact that they're playing against grown women and veterans who've been around professional basketball for a long, long time. But you've got to commend their performance. It's unfortunate that they've struggled down the stretch, but a good effort from the Centre of Excellence nonetheless. That's a tough shot, no good. 2 seconds. That's going to be all she wrote here at the rings. And the Ringwood Hawks begin their NBL1 campaign in style, winning 83-72 at home against the Centre of Excellence. As I was saying, though, you've got to commend the Centre of Excellence. They put up a great fight and controlled the game for most of the night. But it's the Hawks who come up big late in overtime, 83-72, and they have Cassidy Mahalko to thank for getting them to the extra period. Russell Lee.
Look, that they do. 83-72, an 11-point deficit just in 5 minutes of overtime. Incredible response from the Hawks. I think it comes down to the fact that Coach Montney's staff changed it up defensively. Heading into that zone, that really stifled the offensive sets and the mismatches down low that the COA were able to find earlier on in the piece. The increase in offensive makes as a result of whether it be the half-court man the COE went into, alternatively to that zone that they played earlier on that stifled the Hawks, and the fact the Hawks able to just hit shots down the stretch, got them back in, confidence rose, and they were able to run away with a fantastic round 1 home victory. So credit to them, great job to the girls, and of course the coaching staff for making the adjustments necessary to overcome what was a 14-point deficit in the third period.
Very well put indeed, Russell. So we'll quickly run you through some stats to wrap this one up. For the Ringwood Hawks, Farnworth, 25 points in 41 minutes, 7 assists, 3 rebounds, an incredible performance from her. Megan Mullings, 21 points, 7 rebounds, 3 of them offensive. Edmondson was good off the bench. She chipped in 12 points and 8 rebounds. Got to be happy with a performance like that. Over on the other side of the game, the Centre of Excellence, well, they started off well, faded late. 22 points to Palmer. She was so good. Went down with an injury. Let's hope she was okay because she looks like a terrific player. 7 rebounds as well. Scanlon, 20 points, 5 rebounds, 4 assists. She was excellent. Off the bench, Pollard, 9. Price, 9. Their biggest lead of the game, as you said, was 14 points, but the Ringwood Hawks come back and win by 11. A fantastic way for them to kick off their NBL1 campaign. Now, that's it for the women's game, but make sure you tune in for the men who are playing in about 20 minutes. We'll have tip-off. We'll join you a bit before then It's been a joy for the first game. Overtime, what a thriller. We're only halfway through tonight. We'll hopefully see you later on as the Ringwood Hawks men take on the Centre of Excellence men here at the Rings.